Team Europe here, bringing you the top 11 Swiss guy, Yugioh Marcus, as we promised, guys. And this is a 300 euros mat. If you guys want to buy it, you can PM us. We'll direct you to him. Guy's awesome. Let's see his deck. All right.
Hi. So I finished 9-2 in the Swiss rounds and got placed 11th, and then lost in a feature match in the top 64 due to a really good three opening hands. But I struggled, and it was a good match. So you're welcome to see it.
Yeah, we'll
and
have
it will
the
be
link
linked
down below
to this movie. And so let's go on with the deck. So I played Sylvans, so obviously 3 Hermitries are a must. You always want this card no matter what. You want it in your graveyard so you'll be able to revive it with Miracle Fertilizer or Soul Charge. This card allows you to draw 1 card if you excavate a plant, which you can attempt to do once per turn. And if it is excavated itself, it can rearrange 3 cards on top of your deck, which means you'll be able to control what you draw, which is basically what you need in order to draw the good spell cards, the traps, or the hand
So
cards.
that is your key card.
This is the key card, and this is the most powerful card, and you always have to run it at 3. Every time I sided 1 out, I drew the other 2 in the opening hand and lost. And then on fire. Next is the Sylvan Sage Koya. The Sylvan Sage Koya is the master card of this deck. It can be special summoned whenever a plant, a Sylvan card, is sent to the graveyard, either yours or your opponent. I even lost a match because I didn't summon the Sage Koya over your opponent's Sylvan sent to the graveyard.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, that was bad. This card allows you to excavate a card once per turn. It's a level 7, so it is a must for the rank 7 and Xyz, like Hermitry is for the rank 8 Xyz. And this card is really good. It has really high defense, which is really critical because when you see my static, I won against a few rounds by special summoning it in defense, and then blocking fire hands and arc from attacking, and then I could spam with a Miracle Fertilizer because I special summon the Sage Koya once per turn.
Right, that's smart.
So Sage Koya and Hermitry must be at 3. I also ran 3 Martial Leaf. Martial Leaf is the player. When you summon it, you can excavate up to 2 cards from your deck, which will really boost up the speed of the deck. As well, when it is excavated, you can destroy 1 monster on the field. If you do it in a good chain, you can manage to destroy cards like Susano. Even if he has a turtle, a Bujingi turtle. You can destroy fire hands and force them to miss timing, and you can do tons of great stuff with it just because it's optional trigger effect.
Alright, that's awesome.
The defensive card are the Sylvan Mushroom, 3 of them. When you excavate them, you can draw a spell and trap card, but it can be set. And if it is set, you can when flipped face up, you can excavate up to 5 cards, which is tons of cards. You can excavate trees, you can excavate marshals, you can excavate everything, and if you do, you'll boost up the game. And it has really high defense. If we talked about the fire hands from earlier, it's a great card. If you open it with it set, you're probably going to win this game, no matter if you have any other cards. On to the without the Sylvans. I run 2 Princess Sprout. When excavated, I can special summon it on level 1 to 8, which means it will help in the Xyz. And when on the field, you can tubit it, excavate 1 card, then place it on top of your deck, which is useful if you have a combo with Hermitry, because you can tribute, excavate 1, bounce the top, excavate with 3, special summon it on level 8, and draw 1 card, and then you can Xyz for level 8. It's the same with the Sage Koya, exceeds to level 7, and it's a boost card. I don't run 3 because it gets stuck, but you need 2 for the clog, in order to not get clogged and to have 1 whenever you need 1 with the Sylvania.
3 is too much, 1 is too little, 2 is a great number. Would you say the deck is very combo based?
Yes, it is very combo based, but it's not vulnerable. It can have outs to everything. I won against Evil Swarms, Bridges, Madolche, Hands,
So you played against almost every
Burns,
deck?
yeah, almost every deck except for Lightsworns.
Alright.
Sorry, I lost to Lightsworn, game 2 and 3. I played against every deck except Yugioh, which I don't know why I didn't meet any, but I would have won against them because it's an easy matchup.
Really? It's a pretty strong deck?
Yeah. It's not a strong deck. I don't find Yugioh to be strong. I will show the card that helped me get through Yugioh if I had played against them. I also play 2 Flower Knights. I see people everywhere saying this card is bad, but they are bad and they should kill themselves because this card is like the ace card of the deck. If you randomly excavate it, you can put any Sylvan card on top of the deck, which can mean either the Charity, the Mount Sylvania, any other Sylvan in order to excavate. You can use it in a combo to draw cards and place other Flower Knights and then draw another with Hermitry. You can do tons of stuff with that card. It has 1800 attack point, which means it can attack Dwellers, which is a problem. You can attack Ice Hands, Fire Hands, you can do whatever you want. It has high attack, it has great effect, and it can excavate 1. Moreover, it's a level 4, so you can use it if you combo it with a Princess Sprout to go for a rank 4 or Spore, of course. You can go to Xyz rank 4, which means you can actually run Excitonite and Arc, which others cannot if they don't run this great card.
Right, so that opens you a lot of options.
Yeah, not only it opens plays, it forces opponents into unfavorable moves because it won me games by attacking Justice and Prophecy, Dwellers, Kaiku, and so on.
Right, so it's a pretty big beater, and your opponent can allow himself.
Yeah, I almost ran 3. I don't know if I would have run 3, but it would have been good as well. Okay, the 2 Lone Fires are obvious picks. If you open with Lone Fire, you're good. I run 1 Peacekeeper. When it activates, I can revive Lone Fire. I run 1 just for the randomize effect, because I can always place it on top with Charity or place it on top with Mount Sylvania. And then if I manage to discard a Lone Fire, it can create such combos. 1 is enough, no need for more. I also run 1 Spore for obvious reasons. It can go to either level 8 by banishing a Siege Koya, level 4 by banishing Marshall. If it can go to every level at once, and it opens up all the Synchro and the Synth plays.
That's good.
The rest, these 2. Fallen Angel. I wanted to run 3. I don't know why I ran 2. Maybe I should have ran 3. This card is so good. It's level 7. It can bounce a plant, special summon itself. I want to believe it's my signature card because so many opponents just lost to it. It counters breakthrough skill and Veilers because you can summon Lone Fire, get a breakthrough, and then just bounce it to hand to special summon this guy. It creates great plays. It's level 7, like I already said. It has high attack. It can beat Yugioh because they force Yugioh into going into arcs instead of going with the Gigantics.
Right.
So these 2 are great. I love them. They worked.
Awesome.
The last monsters are Rose Archers.
Okay.
I prefer them over Veilers because I assume that the meta will be Hat-based and Yugioh-based, and I find Rose Archers to be better against them.
What is the deck you play the most against?
What?
What is the deck you play the most against? That you got up to play? Like, which deck you play the most against?
Which deck
did you play the most?
I played against Yugioh and Hex, tons of them. This is why I knew Rose Archer would be good.
So there we go.
I assumed that if I meet Sylvans or Lightsworn, I'll lose, and I did. I got 2-1 against both. But Rose Archer just did great job. Even the feature match, it could have done a great job if opponent didn't open 3 Book of Moons. Open a Book of Moon in every game, but Rose Archers worked, and 2 of them are good. I'm not sure if I'll continue running them, but it was better than Veiler, I believe. Veiler should be sided at most. Okay, so these are the monster, 24 of them. Okay, on to the spells. I run 3 of each. Sylvan Charity, obvious reasons. You draw 3, you place on top. It is the combo master of this deck. It can create so much plays. Having 1 early game is really good and can force wins. Sylvan Charity is the card of this deck. If it didn't exist, if it hadn't existed, this deck wouldn't exist as well.
Alright.
Okay, 3 Mount Sylvania. I used to think this card is bad, but playing with this deck, I figured that discarding a Hermitry is so good, and placing a Sylvan on top is even better. This card allowed me to send Hermitries to the graveyard quick, early in the match, and it's even better against Evil Storms and cards like this because you can activate it, place a Martial Leaf on top, and then nuke Ophion if you normal summon Flower Knight or another Martial Leaf or Peacekeeper or whatever. So this card helps deal with problems. It forces opponent during end phases to do unfavorable plays, like if you excavate a Hermitry or Mushroom in his end phase, he's in big problems. This card also helped me win against Madolches and Lights in the Spellbook because it nuked their own field, and while it's still viable in the TCG, destroying opponent field with own fields, you have to play it. This card is good. You have to play it in 3s. Okay, Soul Charge is the obvious card in the deck that runs tons of monsters, mills cards, send them to grave, tribute them, and do whatever. Exceed summon, Synchro summon, whatever. Okay, Miracle Fertilizer, it goes with a Sylvania. Once per turn you can special summon a plant from the graveyard, and if you do, don't normal summon or set this turn. This card is good because, like I said, if you send Hermitry quick, fast enough in the match, and you have a Fertilizer, you can revive it. I've won tons of matches with these cards. You can see the feature match in which I summoned 3 Hermitries once per turn, because this card not summons just one, it summons 1 per turn. And if it is destroyed, if one of the monsters is removed, this card is destroyed. The monsters are not destroyed. So the monster you summon is just there. Moreover, if you exceed summon, the monster does not leave the field, which means this card stays. So and you can bounce it with the Aurea, the exceed summon, the exceed monster I'm about to show you, and you can I don't know, summon a monster, exceed, and then bounce with Aurea and use it again to special summon another monster. The last 4 cards are the chainable cards. I use Chalice in order to protect against Artifact. It worked great. You can see in the feature match. It also works good against Yugiohs, Light Sworns, whatever. This is my Effect Veiler, only one I can use in my main phase, draw phase, end phase, whatever. It's also good against Dweller and Adisgaios, which is great. It won me again against Mermails. It's great. Book of Money is obvious.
Yeah.
I wanted to avoid using traps because of all the wiretaps, and I didn't find many wiretaps, but I'm happy I did. Onto the
extra
side.
Extra.
Okay.
Alright.
The synchros.
Yeah.
I gave up on the Armory and Catastor because I figured I won't be able to summon them anyway. Normal summoning a Spore or special summoning a Spore just to go for Armory Arm, but Catastor is usually not a good play. I didn't need them. I used all 5 of these. I won a game in which I attacked the Fire Hand with this card. All of them were good. No need to elaborate. The rank, the level 8 can be used to exceed summon. The level 7 can be used to exceed summon. All of them are good cards. All of them should be played. And you didn't feel like you need any lower levels. Okay, onto the X's. The rank 3 is a minus because it can get rid of Dimensional Fissure and Soul Drain and Macrocosmos, which is a problem. So I'd rather play it against instead of Equipped Engineer or Alucard or whatever, which I saw others play. Because I felt like if I managed to stall enough, I would need Zilmanis to beat a Soul Drain, Ophion or whatever. The level 4 Xyz, like I already told about, the Arc and the Exitan, for obvious reasons. A Flower Knight into Sprout can go so bad against Evil Storms, and it did. I won the match with the Exitan.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. level 7.
Yes.
Second big eye are obvious picks. Aurea is the master card of this deck. Since I can summon it with the Sprout Princess, Sage, and Fallen Angel, this card is so good. It has two effects. One of them, you can tribute a plant from field or hand to rearrange cards on top of the deck equal to the level of the sent monster, which means you control what you draw and what you excavate. And the second effect is even worse.
That is ridiculous. That's
ridiculous. If you tribute a Hermitry, you can rearrange 8 cards.
Wow.
Which means if you can control what you draw, what you discard, what you do. Whatever.
That is just wow.
The second effect, I can detach one of the materials and then excavate up to 3 cards. Sorry, I can detach one material and then ask for a response. If opponent doesn't respond, I excavate up to 3 cards and then immediately return to hand without chaining or targeting.
What the
up to the number of plants excavated, which, like I said, can return other cards. It makes me able to defeat Leo. I can bounce Miracle Fertilizer. I can bounce opponent Xyz cards, whatever. Aurea is the master card of this deck. I only ran one because I didn't feel like I need another one.
Were you able to go for it a lot of time? Were you able to go for it?
I go for it every game.
Wow, that's...
And last but not least are the rank 8.
Yes.
Due to tons of Hermitries, the Soul Charges, the Sprout Princess and all. So these are the most useful, the more useful ones. I'll say is the Lockdown card. It can once per turn call a card. If it's on top of deck, it is added to hand. Otherwise, it goes to the graveyard, excavate it to the graveyard. And if a card is sent from the deck to the graveyard, you can detach one, target a card on opponent's field, and then place it on top or bottom of deck. So, if you can just guess, I don't know, Shape Snatch or Dark Magician, and then excavate it and be wrong, and then place card on opponent's field on top of deck, which means he doesn't draw for his turn, which is a nightmare for most decks. Fellground is an obvious pick. It's the best card in deck. It's the Xyz I went... actually, I did an equal amount of both. These are the strongest Xyz. Maybe I should have run another Fellground, but I didn't feel like I needed it, and the extra deck is already full. These two are for random combos, in case I need to destroy tons of cards or discard tons of cards. This one is after Soul Charge, if I still want to deal, to inflict tons of damage, which is possible. Against Arc, even inflicting 2100 is enough to win a game sometimes. So this is the extra deck. Onto the side deck, which was really simple. It had 3 Vanity Emptiness for the Lightsworn matchup, Sylvan matchup, Mermails matchup, and I don't know, Fire Kings or other random matchups. Vanity Emptiness is a god card, should be banned. I don't know why it isn't. It's a god card. It's in 3, and I won a game against Mermails just because I had this card. The 3 Mysticals for obvious continuous traps, and the 3 Maxi for obvious random combo decks, along with 3 DD Crows and 3 Flying Seas.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I've decided that I will not lose to Infernities no matter what. So I played 9 hand traps. 9 hand traps. 11 if you count the Rose Archers.
Right.
I won 2 matches, one against Evil Storm, one against Madolcha by playing Flying Sea. I won a match against Mirmas by playing the DD Crow, actually because I thought he was Lightsworn, so I decided the DD Crow, and then I DD Crow'd his Soul Charge, and then he lost, which was really good.
Yeah.
This is his side deck. The side deck is super simple. It deals with the problems this deck has, like continuous traps, first turn combos, random tons of spamming.
Right.
All of this is nuked by playing this side deck. So this is the deck. I hope you enjoyed. I'm really happy with the score I did. I wished he didn't open that Sanctum Ignition Moralitech Book of Modern Bottomless 3 times.
You guys are going to understand when you're watching it.
And that's it.
Alright.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you guys.